I start by measuring round my finished waist. This could be your short, this could be your skirt, or whatever you are making that needs an elastic waistband. So I'll measure all around it, and then I'll go ahead to cut out my band. Here I have 2 inches of fabric on fold. That's because I'm using 1 inch width of elastic. I'm going ahead to cut out that same measurement I got from my waist plus extra half inch. I'll cut that out, and then I will go join the band together using half inch, sew it down. Next, now I will cut out an elastic band, which is going to be my exact waist measurement minus 5 inches. So my waist 40, take out 5 inches, which is going to be 35. So my elastic is going to be 35 inches. I will go and join the elastic together, sew it tightly so that it is secured. Next, now I will open up my waistband, put the elastic in, and then I will go sew, making sure that the elastic, I'm sewing on the fabric very close to the elastic, but not matching on the actual elastic piece. Very important. So here I am. You can also use a zipper foot if you can, so that it makes it easier to sew very close to the elastic without stepping on it. So as I'm sewing, I just keep pulling. Remember, our elastic is shorter than the actual waistband, like the fabric itself. So you need to pull as you sew so that everything fits in at the end of the day. I'm also making sure that the elastic is pushed towards that crease, like sits right into that space, like so. So after going round, I'm making sure that I'm not stepping on the elastic band. So after that, we are done with the first step. So I'm going to just stretch it out so that it's aligned, and then I'll go ahead and make quarter-inch stitch from the top of the elastic piece. Just sew round using a measure quarter-inch in and sew all the way around, dragging the fabric as I sew. And then I will do another stitch again. This time I'll measure half-inch from that quarter-inch point, and then I will sew again. I'm pulling this completely. Make sure your band is stretched out completely. You don't want it wrinkled, because it's going to reduce the size if you do that. So make sure it's stretched smooth before sewing round that half-inch point. After that, this is what we have. So the next step, I'm going to go ahead now and reduce the excess fabric to about half-inch. Half-inch is the only allowance we need, and here we have it. Next, now it's time to attach it to the trouser waist. So I'm going to pin the part with the seam to the back, right sides together to the back seam line. So the seam of the band to the seam of the back, and then I'll get the middle and pin it to the front seam line, center front seam line, and then I will stretch out and keep sewing right sides together. So our band is exactly the size of our short waist. So the stretching is non-negotiable at this point. Make sure you're pulling the band completely smooth for it to go around. If not, you may end up having shortage at the end if you don't pull it completely. Stretch it out until the band is smooth without any gathering, and then sew round the waist, right sides together. I keep pulling and pulling until I'm done, and this is what our waist band is looking like. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. Also check out our other videos. Bye.